Okay, guys, so I just ran into a little problem and then decided to just make a quick video to show you guys it. So I'm using GitOps for this project, which is just running a three node Kubernetes cluster in Homelab. I'll just jump in and show you guys real quick. In my Homelab, here they are. So these three are provisioned using Terraform. Provision here using Terraform, and then after Ansible takes over and configure them and get them all up and running. So we had an issues with the GitHub action. So when the git deploy, we have a push job. Okay, and when we push to the Terraform or the Ansible folder, then it deploys everything which starts from this Docker Compose and goes right up. So the issue that we're having is that when it starts the whole process over of deploying everything, these three VM with these IDs are still um, running, and for some reason, the Terraform provider is unable to delete the VM that is running. So what we needed to do was check the status of the VM, stop it, and then we can delete it before everything runs. So we wrote this simple Python script. So everything else was already here. This was the original script, which was just to run Terraform. Check this state file because we save this state for every rerun so that it knows where everything is. So what we do here is we just curl directly into Proxmox and check the status. And how did I stumble onto that? I got here. So under the API here, just go to this website, Proxmox API. API token, they said that you can just use the header authorization using the PV API token, and you just put the username and the token, which you get inside Proxmox, and you can just curl a request. If you curl a request to any one of these endpoints here, as you can see, there are tons of endpoints, and you can get the data back. So this endpoint on the node here will be the only node that we have, which is PV, PVE, then QMU, the VM ID will be the ID that we want, and status and current. So we build a curl command to get the current status. Before I show you how the curl command is, just quickly showing you the two tools that you will need. You will need to download curl on Windows. You also need JQ for Windows. It's advisable based on the documentation here to not use your credentials right directly into the curl command like this. So I used variables. I use just an environment variable. So you can just go to env and just edit here the environment variable. If you are a command line junkie and you like using the command you like using the command line, you can just do everything here with the command line, which is again pretty simple. So you can just set a simple environment variable like this. Set my variable equals hello world. You set a simple environment variable, and then you can just echo all that simple variable here. So you set the username and password into environment variables that you can use, and you end up with a command like this. So curl silent and then the header with the authorization, we take the PV API token as we got from this website, and this Proxmox user is my username, the environment variable popular password is my password, or not my password, my secret. I just call it password. This is the local IP address of my Proxmox node, and we go into node pvqmu 150 status current, and then we pipe that to JQ just to sort the data. If you go on the here, we have this value here, status. We either have stopped or running. This is the value that we JQ is going to sort by. So we did JQ and we want to get the data of status. And we just run that and it gives us back running. So this was the original. Here is how it's used in the code. So we broke everything up into some environment variables just in case. And these are the three VM ID. Right now they are hard coded. As I add more nodes to it, we're going to pull these IDs directly from the Proxmox host. Um, and then we curl, of course, this is the exact same command curl. And if the status is running, then we stop the VM. We stop the VM using the same command, but this time we use a post command to the stop endpoint. Just quickly show you. So this stop, as you can see, the current endpoint is a get, the stop endpoint is a post. So we do the post command to the stop endpoint, and it will stop that virtual machine sleep for 10 seconds, and it will just go, it just loop through everything and stop all three of them, and then it will start back over the process of Terraform init, Terraform apply, and just do everything again. The state file here, this is just for having some kind of dynamic state. I will improve this later on and have this state saved in an S3 bucket, but as for now, it's just saved in the GitHub runner on the node. So just a quick video just to show you guys how I put this together. This was actually a really nice challenge putting this together. Okay. Um, Thank you for watching. Hope it helps. You can check out the project um, on GitHub. Pretty sweet project. I just have keep adding to the project. The next step for me is right now we have um, three node cluster on my Proxmox. The next step is to duplicate this exact three node cluster on AWS and put a load balancer between these two clusters so that when someone tries to go, or load balancer between these two clusters in between the Cloudflare tunnel. If someone tries to go to the main domain, Leonard John dot org once every request will be routed either once to the Proxmox cluster or to AWS. This will be a great addition. Probably have that up in a couple of weeks or so. Thank you for watching. I'll leave the details below.